I already do have Juliana Pena, the Venezuelan Vixens pick in, which I don't know if you saw Macy Barber talking a little jazz, saying, yeah, she'll fight Juliana Pena. It's not a tough fight.
That's still a good fight. I still want to see Barber and Pena. Shout out to our girl.
She took Petr Yan, Song Yadong over 2.5 minus 298. Can I just make the Collingwood Magpies to win the AFL my pick? Still have that in the bet slip here.
St. Pat's.
Yes. Also, shout out to St. Pat's. All right, so I will throw these in the randomizer here. On fire. All right, that'll go Rick first. I will go second, and then Frankie will go third.
I'm going to go alternate totals.
Yeah.
I feel like we live on alternate totals.
Page.
I'm going to go on the alternate totals, and I'm going to go main event over 1.5.
Like that. Like that. What are they giving us there? Minus 650.
Feels secure, you know?
You know what? While we're at it, Frankie, I'll let you go ahead of me.
All right. Picking up the slack here.
Thank you.
I'm going to also take an alternate round, but I'm doing the Macy Caitlin fight going over 1.5.
Okay. All right. Macy Caitlin, we don't have that line available now. But I mean, let's say if you took the over 2.5, that gets us to minus 104. So like we'll still be in the negatives here. I'll clean us up. Don't you worry. I'm gonna go boxing. I'm gonna go Friday. I'm gonna hit that.
Oh.
Gotta support New Jersey zone. Gotta support the man. Zhilei Zhang.
Let's go.
That gets us in the plus money. I think that's a winner. I think we just snuffed out a winner there.
I agree.
Couple totals. Couple, a single boxing pick. That sounds good to me. So that will be over 2.5 in Yan Yadong, over 1.5 in O'Malley Vera, over 1.5 in Chukagian versus Barber, and then on Friday, Zhilei Zhang getting it done for the boys.
What do you have?
Can't be the only one that costs us. What do I have? Let's get into it. Let's run through my picks. Let's start with PFL Europe. We already talked about it. Is it the sucker bet of the century? I don't know. We're going to find out tomorrow. Rick tells me no, but it just feels like the whole world should be on Cedric Doumbé. But I am. So we'll see what happens. Knockout. We're doing it for the fun of it.
Let's go.
Doing it for the fun of it. Let's go to the next one, to the boxing card. Mentioned this one on Monday. Anthony Joshua under 0.5 knockdowns. So to him to register 0 knockdowns plus 200. Yeah, I like this pick. I mean,
what is this at right now?
Let's see. So this is
because I'm curious if this is just like, this feels too good to be true is how I'm kind of like seeing it.
It is now at plus 175.
This feels like
175. So
this is one of your finest, I must say. I'm truly impressed.
Let's knock on wood. Let's not count those chickens before we hatch. I liked it when I found it. Hopefully that stays true. 4 of Joshua's last 7 have gone to a decision. Francis Ngannou, 21 professional fights. Never been knocked down. Never been knocked out. Took a massive elbow from Tyson Fury like it was a couple eggs for breakfast.
Yeah.
It was just nothing. I mean, just absolutely nothing. So yeah, man, to not get knocked down, 10 rounds. I feel like Joshua, while he might be aggressive with the volume, I feel like he's going to be cautious of the punching power of Ngannou. So I don't know if he's going to be loading up on shots.
If he's trying to get into position to knock out Francis or knock down Francis, he's probably exposing himself. It just feels like that's not the game he wants to play. I love this.
All right, next up, I got 2 here. I'm going to take Anthony Joshua with a win by decision plus 400. I honestly think this is the most likely path to victory.
Agreed.
I think if he's going to finish Francis, I think it's going to be a TKO. I mean, the dude has just shown durability throughout the course of his entire career. And like I said, Joshua, 4 of his last 7 have gone to a decision, man, and he's lost a couple of those. And I just feel like if he's going to win, he's just going to outbox Francis over the 10 rounds and get his hand raised. So at plus 400, I mean, his knockout is like plus 120 or something. I just feel like this is, at these odds, this is something I wanted to take. And then someone asked me why I don't take long shots. Here's a long shot for you, folks.
What do we got?
Francis Ngannou to win. If we go to the next one here, Francis Ngannou to win by split decision.
Oh, wow.
Plus 5,000. You call me crazy, Maybe he gets a knockdown. Maybe he gets 2 knockdowns on Anthony Joshua. We know the boxing judges can be kind of dicey. One of them scores it for Joshua. Ngannou gets his hand raised via split decision. I mean, we were one judge scoring it 1 or 2 rounds away from this happening last time. Plus 5,000. I'm throwing a fiver on this guy. But plus 5,000, it's just so. I mean, let's say it goes to a decision. Let's say it goes to a decision and then it's a split decision. And I'm waiting on that last scorecard to be read. Stomach's going to be in the throat. It's going to be like, holy cow. I'm either catching a plus 400 or a plus 5,000.
Yeah, but you also have the other side of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying if, say it goes to a decision and I already catch, all right, this is how this fight plays out perfectly for me. It goes to a decision. There's no knockdown by Anthony Joshua. We go to the scorecards and it's a split decision. And now I'm sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
It'll be a moment of pure like euphoria and sweat equity and everything while I'm waiting for that third judge's scorecard. I mean, I'm talking about threading a perfect needle where I'm waiting for that third.
Speaking of perfect needle,
I mean,
help.
Did we set a timer on this thing?
Apparently not.
I think we just gave up on this thing, but luckily we're nearing the end of the program.
Is everyone okay?
I kind of feel like this gives me some more freedom here. It feels like I'm singing at a concert now. It feels like I'm doing some karaoke.
Rock star.
The way that I play this thing perfectly is that, like, yeah, I'm waiting. I just have that moment of euphoria, waiting on the third judge's scorecard to get read.
Here it comes.
I feel like that would just be absolute.
Yeah, because you're cashing on Joshua
either
in
win
a
Joshua
worst
by
case scenario,
or I win Ngannou by split.
amazing. That'd be tremendous.
Hopefully we can.
I'm rooting for that.
Hopefully we can do it. All right, so those are the boxing picks. Let's dive into the UFC 299 picks. I like Michel at middleweight, man. We can just leave up the graphic there as we work on through them. There's big CJ in here, Crypto Joe. Bitcoin at an all-time high, folks. I thought that's what we were doing too. I thought that was great work in the back there. You guys don't need to see me wrangle this thing like a speed bag right now as it moves all around. Yeah, I like middleweight Michel, man. 6-fight win streak for the guy. I thought he looked great last time out, and I feel like Michael, as good as he's looked over the last few fights, getting the knockouts, I feel like the knockout is like one of his big win conditions. And I like the defensive prowess of Michel Pereira. I like the movement that he has. I like him to get a dub here. All right, next up. Pedro Munoz plus 3.5 points. I think he could win this fight outright. I really do. I think he's going to keep this thing close. I think the first and the third round, especially, Kyler Phillips slows down. I think he has a massive capability to win that. If you don't know what 3.5 points means, add up all the judges' scorecards. So I need a 29-28 across the board. Phillips, a Munoz win, a Munoz by finish win, or like.
What's fun is when it's a split, then you still get some points back as well.
Yeah, splitty, then you're really feeling good. But I mean, Pedro Munoz, he won that first round against Sean O'Malley. He won as a big underdog against Chris Gutierrez. He should have covered the 3.5 against Marlon Vera. I didn't really trust those scorecards that came out of it. I think he can keep this thing close to. He's super durable, 28 pro fights. He's never been finished. He's always in your face. That third round especially, I would still feel good. 2018 Phillips going into the third round, I think Pedro Munoz could get it done. I like his gas tank and I like his durability. So plus 3.5. Munoz, a lot of ability for him to get this one done. Next up, my guy. You see the 2 lines. That means I played him twice. Jelton Almeida. You expected me to hop off the train at the 50-44 to top 10 heavyweight? I'm just supposed to jump off the train. Now we're getting plus money on the guy? I mean, give me a friggin' break here. I think he goes back to his old ways. 19 wins before this, all 19 coming by finish in the first or second round. I think that's what he does here. I actually think he goes for the takedowns on blades, which most people don't do. He gets the takedowns, and then he gets the finish once it gets put on to the mat. Next up, before everybody freaks out, yes, I took Jack Della Maddalena as an opener. I took Benoit Saint-Denis on DraftKings as an opener as well. Those lines have shifted drastically. I know it doesn't do a ton for the people now, and it does upset them. These are just the bets that I have and what I played. Don Giacomo plus 130. This is just a completely biased bet. Gilbert Burns does scare me. His ability to take it to the mat does scare me. But if it's a boxing match, Jackie D is going to be looking good in there, and he's going to get it done. Next up, I'm doing it. I'm trusting the gut. I don't know if this is just my bias against MVP making his UFC debut, but I like Kevin Holland to get it done here, man. I think he's got the durability to thwart this. I think he can crack himself, and I'm just listening to my gut. Yeah, am I a little nervous? Stephen Wonderboy Thompson comparisons, maybe not having the greatest fight IQ once he's in there.
Are you hoping to see him just shoot a double from minute 1? Like, is that going to make you
be
at ease?
aggressive and mix in the takedowns?
Yeah.
Then I'll feel really good. Either way, I think this is a very close fight. I don't think either of these guys are getting finished, and I think Kevin Holland is the one that's going to be doing the finishing, if anyone. I think his durability is a massive advantage here. Plus, 5 years younger. MVP is about to turn 37. I think Kevin Holland's going to show out in front of the Miami crowd. Next up, I believe this is my last single. Yes, I took Benoit Saint Denis as an opener on DraftKings. I just can't go against the guy. He came in here. Something in his eyes, man. I looked him dead in the eyes, and I was just like, something about that guy. He's just violent, just a Terminator. He was smiling at me, and I was like, there's violence in that smile. Yeah, just like can't go against him the way he's looked as of late. Poirier coming off a bad, nasty knockout to Justin Gaethje, obviously getting older. And just Benoit's ability to mix it up. He can get submissions. He can get knockouts. Dude is just seems to be a killer of late. So Benoit I will be riding with. A few parlays that I have here. Let's get into those. This one I very much like. This is the pacifist parlay, building it on 3 pillars of durability here. We're going Marlon Chito Vera as our first one. 10 of his last 11 have gone over the 1.5. Never been knocked down, never been knocked out. Don't think O'Malley is going to put him out in the first round. Song Yadong versus Petr Yan. Petr Yan, another pillar of durability. Never been finished. And if you look at it, 11 straight over 1.5. 16 of his last 17 over the 1.5 as well. Song Yadong, 7 of 9 over the 1.5 as well. And then lastly, I already mentioned him, Pedro Munoz, never been finished. 8 straight over 1.5s. 12 of his 18 UFC fights have gone to a decision. I like these. I like these too, to go over the 1.5. I think they're all great fights. I think they're going to be really exciting. Let's go to the next one. A little violence. Oh, no, this is just straight up picks. Asu Almabayev. Don't know if he's like a major prospect, but I think he gets it done against CJ Vergara. He can mix in the takedowns. He'll go for submissions if they present themselves, but he's sort of a position over submission guy. I could see it going sort of like the Tatsuro Taira fight for CJ Vergara and then Mateusz Gamrot. I did take him at a little bit shorter of a price, still a big favorite, but a little bit shorter than like the -470 he's at now. I just feel the path to victory is there. RDA is almost 40. He's gotten taken down 36 times in his last 6 losses. Mateusz Gamrot is going to go for takedowns. He's going to chain wrestle until he gets the takedowns. I feel like that's the path for him. 2 more here. Violence parlay. The Spain versus Parisian under 2.5. Similar to Cedric Doumbé. Kind of just riding the way on the Spain. I mean, you go back and watch his tape. It takes you 19 seconds to watch his last 3 fights. You can't really take that much from it. The guys that he's fighting, yeah, they've had like 1 combined professional fight. But I just want to have some fun. When he starts as Josh Parisian in round 1, I want to be on that side and be going crazy for that Miami crowd. And then Almeida Blades getting a very short price on this of the under 2.5 there. I mean, if you go and look at it, I mean, Almeida finishes almost all of his fights. 20 of his 22 fights under the 2.5. Blades, 8 of his last 11 under 2.5. You're getting -165 on it in a heavyweight bout. I'm gonna ride with that. And then last but not least, he had to be in there. Shiley Zhang, Robles de España, the big boy parlay. And that's that. That is the action for UFC 299, for the boxing, for PFL Europe. We're all over the gaff, as they say. Hopefully it's a bounce back week.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.